All right. So, what's really going on? What's really been found? We don't know yet.
See, the game is lame and absurd, but you spit. You need to sit back and observe a certified pimp. So oh yes he is. I mean that boy does the shit. He's a mess he is. Fresh to death. Ain't nobody fresh as he is. They can't compare. Don't get next to him because he's so fly. I mean the boy's so clean. From his white tee home down to those jeans. You see the ice in the pinky.
What up, everybody? It's your man's Ken Jackson. This is the Ken Jackson Experience. Glad to be here. I'm happy to be here. Just got everything set back up officially, and everything is perfect. Had to rearrange the studio a little bit and tidy it up and do some cable management, things of that nature. So here we go. So what is really going on? What has Doge found? I don't know. Do you know? I don't think anybody knows because they're not really putting up any evidence of anything. They claim that they found a little over $4 trillion in fraud, waste, and abuse. That's a lot. Really? 4 trillion with a T? 4 trillion. I'm thinking the only fraud, waste, and abuse they found is the fraud, waste, and abuse that Donald Trump and Elon Musk are committing right now, taking us through this circus of I don't even know what to call it. There are no auditors. There are no professional auditors on the Doge team. They're all tech people, young techies, too, from what I'm told. We've all heard. And why won't Elon Musk present himself to congressional hearings? Show us what you found specifically. You know, don't come out with some stupid ass press conference claiming to have found all of these billions and trillions of dollars worth of fraud, waste, and abuse, and not show us any evidence. It was you that said you're working for the American people, right? Isn't that what you said? But, hey, I'm the American people. I haven't seen you show me any proof at all. But one thing I do know, it's illegal what you're doing because you don't have the clearances or the access to what Trump has given you. Just because he said you can do it doesn't mean it's right, doesn't mean it's legal. There are processes that we have in order to clear people to see, access, and handle, certain data. Right now, we have a billionaire techie who's going to make financial decisions for the American people, who's going to tell us what we should and should not be getting. Think about that. The Constitution gives control of the purse strings to Congress, not even the executive branch, to Congress, the lawmakers. Right now, the lawbreakers are controlling the country's money. And here's something I want to make clear to y'all. And this is to all the Trump supporters and Doge fiends, the Doge fiends and the maggots. That's what I'm going to call them, Doge fiends and maggots. Here's something you need to keep in mind. This country has had a balanced budget in the past. And you know who gave it to us? President Bill Clinton. Do you remember that? Clinton left office And we had a surplus. No debt. We had zero national debt when Bill Clinton left office. He left the next president, who was a Republican, a surplus budget. Now, why didn't we just stay on the Bill Clinton budget? Because obviously the man knew what the fuck he was doing when it came to counting the money and making sure money was being spent properly, because, like I said, we had a surplus when he left office. We had a couple of wars after that. You know, a lot of money went into the American war machine. And, hey, war costs a lot. We have a huge defense budget. And thankfully, we've had that huge defense budget, because it has basically been the reason that the world has been pretty much safe for past few decades, in spite of the conflicts that we've been involved in. It's been a limited number of activity that has actually come to our shores. In fact, most of the terroristic acts committed here in the United States are committed by American citizens, not immigrants, not undocumented workers, not Mexicans, not Muslims. You know, 9/11 was the only Islamic terrorist attack on U.S. soil. Think about that. But before 9/11, we had Oklahoma City, a white boy. There were a few other, we had John Kaczynski, the Unabomber, running around here sending mail bombs to people. There's been a multitude of domestic terrorists in this country, but they never talk about that. They don't call it terrorism. And if it's not terrorism, then what is it? Is it not terrorism because a white Anglo-American committed a crime? Think about that. More Americans have been killed by Americans in this country than any foreign terrorist has ever had. That's a fact. It was a Democratic president that gave us a balanced budget. No Republican president has ever given us a balanced budget. Donald Trump has bankrupted 16 companies. Do you really think he's going to give us a balanced budget? In fact, if they are finding any fraud, waste, and abuse, I can almost guarantee you that none of that money is going to come back to the American people. That money's going to go into Donald Trump and his cronies' pockets. Mark my word. Think about this man is telling the Palestinians that they got to go live somewhere else because he wants to turn Gaza into the Riviera of the Middle East. The Riviera on the Mediterranean. So the United States is just going to take over and displace 2 million people that have been living there for centuries. We got no right telling these people they can't go back to their homeland. We have absolutely zero right. But this is what the colonizers have done for hundreds of years, thousands of years. Now Donald Trump's about to sell out the Ukrainians. He actually came out of his mouth the other day and said the Ukrainians were at fault for starting the war. Are you fucking kidding me? Ukraine started the war. This is what Donald Trump said. It's their fault they got invaded. No, not Putin's fault. Putin has done no wrong. Come on, man. And people support this bullshit. People support this buffoonery. Our European allies are looking at us with serious side eye right now because they're trying to figure out whether or not they're going to keep rocking with us. And you know what? If they decide not to, I ain't mad at them. I'm not going to keep fucking with somebody that's giving me traitor vibes, that's giving me, coward vibes, pretty much. I seriously think Donald Trump is not only scared of Putin and Xi Jinping, but he wants to be like Kim Jong-un. This is who Donald Trump wants to emulate. He thinks he's such a powerful and strong leader because he runs North Korea with an iron fist, and people march, at his whim, and come on, man. Day one, this fucker said he was going to be a dictator, and he is putting that into full effect. We have elected a king here in the United States. We are in trouble, y'all. I know I sound like an alarmist every time I've come on here in recent days, but y'all got to wake up. Y'all got to stop supporting this nonsense. And we got to figure out how to take back our country. We have to figure it out. Hopefully the natives, the true natives, are on board with us. It's funny now because I see all the Latinos for Trump crying, begging the black folks to come on board with them and help reverse the bullshit that they helped to create. Blacks for Trump, house niggas. Yeah, I said it. That's what they are. You don't see any of them out here tap dancing anymore. Yo, what happened to Byron Donalds? What happened to Tim Scott? What happened to old boy now up there in Georgia, the ex-dummy football player? I can't even remember his fucking name. None of them got a job in the Trump administration after all the fucking tap dancing they did. It's so amazing to me, though, that people are still going hard in the paint for Donald Trump. And he is showing you every day how much of an idiot he is. He's showing you every day that he is no good for America. But my biggest disappointment, my number one disappointment, is veterans supporting Donald Trump. How on earth can you justify your support for this draft-dodging coward, the man who called us suckers and losers, the man who did not want to go out and commemorate those that died at Normandy because it was raining? He didn't want to get wet. He didn't want to mess up his fucking orange squirrel on his head. Are you kidding me? Any veteran that supports Donald Trump is a disgrace to the uniform. Really. I really believe that. Yes, we signed up, we volunteered to defend this country against all enemies, foreign and domestic. But for some reason, y'all ain't choosing to go up against the number one domestic enemy in the history of the United States, Donald J. Trump and his maggot soldiers. For those of you that say America's not a racist country, America was built on racism. What the fuck are you talking about? My people were enslaved, beaten in chains, families separated, legacies destroyed, culture. They tried to take our identity away from us. They did. They were successful because most of us have no idea where our family lineage comes from. And it's a damn shame. Donald Trump has decided that as a country we're no longer going to recognize Black history, women's history, and all of the other ethnic holidays. Donald Trump signed executive orders canceling these holidays. Now, don't get me wrong. I personally am not a celebrator of holidays, but these are times when that are sacred to all of us, at least for remembrance. They don't even want our schools teaching anything about Black history in America. But Black history is America. So how can any Negro support Donald Trump? And I'm ashamed that Byron Donaldson is a Florida representative. Thank God I'm not in his district. However, my district representative is also a Republican, and he's a disgrace. He's a veteran. Brian Mast. Yes, I'm calling you out. Remember me? I'm that guy that we spoke at the car wash a few weeks ago. You were drying your big pickup truck off right next to me. Nope, I didn't want a photo op. And I made it clear to you, I am not a supporter. I don't understand how you, as a combat injured veteran, a Purple Heart winner, could support somebody like Donald Trump. You're one of the veterans that Donald Trump likes the least, because you almost lost your life for this country. And then you support a man that's going to call you a loser and a sucker. It's going to ask our top generals what's in it for them. Are you kidding? You're going to support a man who actively dodged the draft. When his country called him to service, he dodged the call. And now this fucker is our commander-in-chief. More like the commander-in-thief. I'm on one tonight, y'all. I really am. This ain't even a scheduled broadcast. I was just sitting here in my room, reconnecting gear, and like I said before, doing some cable management, and getting things in order for the Sunday broadcast. But I just couldn't resist. I was watching the news, and I'm flipping through channels, and I'm hearing all of this crap. Oh, and now I'm seeing Trump shock Senate GOP with the House budget endorsement. Let me tell you something. We're in trouble, man. We are in trouble. We got to do something. We got to do something fast. Listen, I'm encouraging everybody out there, if you didn't get out to vote, when midterms come around, man, get your ass out there and vote. We got to throw MAGA out of the Senate and out of the House of Representatives. And then, in 2028, we got to throw Donald Trump. Well, Donald Trump has to leave office. He can't run again. but we cannot elect another maggot to the White House. And if y'all, hopefully we'll have another election. I'm doubtful, to tell you honestly. I'm not really going to hold my breath because I'm thinking it's going to get real stupid next election day, if we have a next election day. But in any case, let me go. Let me get back to fixing my shit. I just wanted to come on and get this shit off my chest. So we'll call this, what's today? Thursday? What is today? Wednesday. We're going to call this a Wednesday night rant because that's about what it is and what it was. But I'm your man's Ken Jackson. This is the Ken Jackson Experience at Crazy Baby TV World right here on YouTube. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Follow me on YouTube. This is YouTube, but follow me here, Crazy Baby TV World. Check out the website at www.crazybabytvworld.com. And on TikTok. I'm on TikTok, man. I like TikTok. I got back on after it came back because when they were going to ban it, I actually deleted the app. I just figure it's gone, but now that it's back, I'm glad it's back because as far as national security, our number one national security risk is sitting in the White House right now. And all his cronies are holding down all the important departments. And we need to get them all out of there. Every last one of them. All right, so Sunday night, 9 p.m. is the Ken Jackson Experience. This is our regular broadcast. And but like I said, man, follow me social media. Check me out. I'm posting shit all throughout the week, any time of the day. It's random. So I look forward to talking to y'all. Sunday night, the phone lines are going to be open. So hopefully you'll log on and call in and let's have a chat. Let's have a chat because I'd love to hear what's on your mind. All right? So until next time, I'm your man's Ken Jackson. Peace. I'm out.